journey of her life in this particular business. How did you come up with the idea of
the name?
Yeah, the name.
The name was, I think my friends influenced the name, because at first I told my mom about the name and she was like, oh, that's a mouthful. Little things with big love. Someone will forget. But then my friends kept on coming to my campus room and kept looking at my room and telling me, you have too many little things, little cute things. So from that, I just said, these are little things that I'm making from my heart. So little things with big love.
So what is the big story behind Little Things with Big Love?
It started out with me not having pierced ears, and then I had to look good. I had to wear something also because my ears are not pierced. So I had to create and have something for myself also. So when I thought about it and looked at my sister's work, I decided to use what I found. So by then she had like 2 threads and a few metals here and there and beads, and I just decided to create something because by then I think it was still my sister who had plaited hair. It was twisted, and then I looked at it and I felt like maybe I could make something out of something that could be made like that. So I twisted the threads and I got out something round and cute that looked like the beads that you see. My sister also creates. That's before she...
Which one of your sisters?
She's called Laura Kemteto.
Okay.
She's my big sister, but then she flew out for studies and left all her material here. So when I was on my holiday from school and I was home, so I just went through her wardrobe and found...
Illegally?
We share a wardrobe.
Okay.
We share a wardrobe, so I found threads. And in finding threads, I felt like I could make something out of it. So when I found the threads, I found also metals, clip-on metals in her wardrobe. And then I just decided to twist something and see, like the way hair is twisted, and see what comes out of it. So I twisted it, made it round, stuck it to the metal and wore it. And then I walked to the dining to show my mom and my grandma. And they were happy. They were happy to see what they because there's always an argument in the family about the ladies without pierced ears. They keep saying, how long will you keep your pierced ears? Will you keep your pierced ears even on your wedding? And someone will give you a gift of diamond pins and you'll have no way of wearing them. So I wanted to prove a point. I didn't want to give up. So when I wore these, they liked them, they encouraged me, and they told me, why don't you make more and sell? And so I made more and sold. These are the beginning of the whole business. But then from these, I decided to innovate, because if I kept producing the same thing, people would get bored. My mom likes to say people would think they're wearing the uniform. So I decided, why don't I try to create and innovate something else that may not be this, but will sell out Little Things with Big Love.
So tell us briefly about what you're making, Ivy.
What I'm making now is a hoop.
How many hoops can you make in one day?
Okay, so hoops come in a pair, and in a day I can make 12 hoops. I can make 12 pairs of hoops. But if a customer places an order for about 20 hoops or 12, I'll make them and complete them in a day because I need the money.
Who are your target customers?
My target customers are all ladies.
So for us men, we shouldn't buy because they're for ladies.
The men can buy for their ladies. I thought that I would produce for the young ladies, the youth, the people in campus. But when I released this collection, the audience that I got, the clients I got, were all ages. What
are your distribution channels for the products that you make?
I do delivery by myself because I don't have a shop yet because I'm a student. So I just post the items on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on my WhatsApp status. and people look at what they love, and when they love it, they tell me, and I make it and deliver it to where they'll tell me.
Aren't you afraid that you could land into fraudsters?
I am. I can't say I'm not. I'm afraid of that. I always tell people I don't deliver to homes, but we can meet in a public area, but I can't go to deep areas. If you want it to be delivered to your doorstep at your home, then you probably tell me to give it to a border person to deliver it there, but then I have to have my payment first. It's cash on delivery.
So no room for debts? No
room for debts. Of course there are some bad debts that come in because I sympathize with people and tell them, oh, you don't have the 5,000, it's okay, you can keep it. Or someone will tell me, oh, I don't have money on me right now, I only have mobile money. Sometimes I'll tell them, send me the money. And sometimes I'll tell, depending on the state, I would tell them, it's okay. But I stopped telling them because those became bad debts.
So what are you doing to make sure that your market grows?
See, I'm trying to improve on my consistency on my social media. But what I do is I set up a small studio at home using white cloth, and I use my Galaxy S6, my phone, to take the pictures. I edit them.
Are you doing the editing on your own?
Yes, I do the editing on my phone using different photo editing apps on my phone. So I post those and people like what they see.
So what are the biggest opportunities that have come forth with the use of social media to market your business?
Reaching people that I wouldn't have reached, like say people in London, people in the US, because they're
So you're selling things to London?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
Once I got a call from England, and the gentleman requested me to pack. By then I had created bow ties. The gentleman looked at the picture I had posted and then took a screenshot and outlined all the bow ties he needed, called me, asked me to, introduced himself of course, asked me to go on my WhatsApp and asked me to pack all the bow ties that he had sent in that picture and take them to a place where I would get paid and they would get delivered to him.
Did it happen?
Yes, it did. They paid on spot.
So the figure remains undisclosed?
Yes. Yes, it does.
How are you able to leave home and then you're telling your parents that I'm going to deliver this and that on a daily or at whichever time you do it?
My parents are uncomfortable with what happens, but in the beginning they thought I wasn't going to study. My mom even talked to me once. She sat me down and asked me what exactly I'm planning. But then I told her, this is life. I have to have something to generate income. I can't keep asking you for teeny things that I need for myself. I can't come and tell you, Mommy, I need a necklace. Mommy, I need pads. Mommy, I couldn't. I'm graduating in no time, so I need to also have something to be accountable to, something to be responsible for. Sometimes I'll be at school and I just call her, it's a weekend, I tell her, Mommy, I'm not coming home because I'm going for a sale. And she'd ask me that, Ivy, what are you doing? Are you sure you're going for a sale? Are you sure you're not going to, who are you going to be with? What people are at that place? What are they drinking? Such things. But that's expected from every mother because they care. When I came back from the sale, I told her how much I had made and she was impressed. And that's when she said, you know what? Let's do this. Just keep safe and try not to. So it's the same way they're scared for me is the same way I'm scared for myself when delivering these things. But like I said, some areas are no-go zones. If someone tells me, bring it to Chaliwajara, Wawat, and it's deep, deep, deep off the road, I just tell them, maybe you could come to the road and we share the distance. Because they don't even pay a delivery charge.
So how are you benefiting from that? Investing into transport and then people have to take them at your own expense?
How I'm benefiting from it is the profits. The profits are high because if I buy a thread at 3,000 and I buy a meter of the metal at 1.5 and I sell this at 15,000, there's a big, huge profit.
What challenges have you encountered in this business?
The biggest challenge could be conmen. I say con men for everyone who has a bad debt with me. But then there are other people that will also tell you they've ordered for something but they don't want it anymore. Another challenge is OTT. Ever since OTT was introduced, there are extra charges or there is extra costs that I have to incur in when doing my advertising. And since I speak to most of my clients since it's a digital-based, online-based business, Instagram is really expensive when you start sending messages. The fact that I'm a student, I am challenged when I have to balance books with business.
Now that you have a business and studies or academics, do you have a social life?
I do have a social life. I have a social life, and Little Things with Big Love has contributed to that social life greatly. If it wasn't for Little Things with Big Love, there are people who wouldn't know me. If it wasn't for Little Things with Big Love, I wouldn't be on NTV right now. So I have a social life. I so much have a social life, because if I don't make friends in the society, then I'll have no clients for my things.
So talking about the future now, where do you see Little Things with Big Love?
I plan to grow it into just a creative business where I won't be limited to just jewelry, but I will be creating many things for the gentlemen, like shirts and bracelets.
You should think about us.
Yes. Yeah. Shirts and bracelets and different things, really, just getting creative with everything I have around me.
Any tip you would give to people that are watching out there and would want to get into business?
Okay, for the people that are watching, what I would advise them to do is to never wait for the right time. So you'll keep waiting and procrastinating, and you're growing and time is catching up. But once you see an opportunity, jump into it, because there is no better time than now. And the other one I would probably want to say is to use what you have around you, because there are some youth that I have spoken to, some people, some students, and they say, oh my God, you have a business at this age. I feel like you're intimidating us, or you're making us feel like we're doing nothing. But what I tell them is I didn't wait to get money to start what I had. I went through my sister's wardrobe and found thread, and that's what I started with. I didn't have to get 50.
That conversation with Ivan Tayera does it for Reality on the Ground today, and Reality on the Ground does continue tomorrow in morning at 10 TV. Keep the conversation going on our online channels at 10.
To enhance your weekends, your long-awaited drama series, Power of Legacy, premieres on Sunday 31st March 2019 at 4 p.m.
If you don't show composure and stability, the